FC26, or shall I say FIFA 26. By the way, mind the cat, guys. So how does this game compare on the Switch 2 versus the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus? This is a game keycard, by the way. I will be playing with the exact same teams on the exact same stadium, so we can get a more fair comparison. So let's go ahead and start the game on the Switch 2. So on the Switch 2, the game doesn't look bad. In fact, it looks really nice actually. The only problem here is that as soon as I started playing, I can immediately notice that it's not 60 FPS. Seems like it's running closer to 30 FPS, or maybe like a locked 30 FPS. So unfortunately, on the Switch 2, you're not getting the smoothness you will get on PC handhelds, such as the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus or the Xbox ROG Ix. Apart from the lower frame rate, the image quality, the resolution, the graphics, overall, the image quality is actually very nice. Now, I never thought I would say this, but I actually enjoyed playing FC26 on the Switch 2. Even though it's only 30 FPS, I sort of got used to it. The biggest thing I was worried about on the Switch 2 was the latency. Now, because this is a sports game, it's very important for it to be responsive. And to be honest with you, even though it's 30 FPS, and it may not be exactly, as smooth or as responsive as the Claw 8, the overall responsiveness was actually quite surprisingly good on the Switch 2. I was able to fully enjoy the game without any issues such as lag or latency issues, and overall I had a much better time than expected. So the game, even though it's 30 FPS, the overall experience is absolutely amazing on the Nintendo Switch 2. And now let's see how it performs on the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus. So I am playing with the same teams in the same stadium, and this is what it looks like on the Claw 8. Now, one thing I can notice is that the game definitely looks so much smoother on the Claw 8. It's definitely, well, as you can see, it's almost 100 FPS. Apart from the FPS, it does look sharper and overall much better. Even though I'm running it at 800p, the resolution seems to be a bit better on the Claw 8. So, higher FPS, overall higher image quality, and sharper on the Claw 8. Now let's just continue with a bit of more gameplay so you guys can see exactly how it performs. So I'm currently running the game at around 25-26 TDP. Overall it's using about 33 watts. You should get about 2.5 hours of gameplay. Of course you can lower the graphic settings and the TDP to get more battery life. I'm pretty sure you can get around 4 hours if you run this game at a slightly lower settings and lock it to 60 FPS. So 4 hours on the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus. On the Switch 2 you only get about 2.5 hours. So almost double the battery life, also double the FPS, well, more than double. In fact, more than triple the FPS on the Claw 8. So overall, the image quality and the performance is so much better on the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus. The only problem is, and this is what I want to show you guys, is, it sounds like MSI Claw 8 AI is the clear winner, right? But unfortunately, that's not the case. I think when it comes to portability, the Switch 2 in fact is the winner, and the reason for this is because, let's say I'm playing a game like right now, I'm in a match, and for whatever reason, let's say I want to take a break. So what do? Pause the game and press the power button, right? This is in sleep mode. I can come back anytime to continue where I was playing. On the Claw 8, unfortunately, this is not the case. So as you guys can see, I'm currently playing a match. And for whatever reason, if I want to have a break, I can press this, right? By the way, I have put the Claw 8 in hibernate mode, which is so much better than sleep mode. So I press this to put it in hibernate mode so I can come back and play later, right? Okay, let's see what happens. Now the Claw 8 is gonna go into hibernate mode. I'll just give it a few seconds. While this is going into hibernation, let's go back into the Switch. So let's say later in the day I want to continue where I was playing. What I will do is I will just go ahead and press the button, and within seconds I am back exactly where I was, which is absolutely perfect. You know, that's exactly how these handhelds should handle games. On the Claw 8, let's see what happens if I want to go back into the game. So I'll press the power button, it's turning on. On PC handhelds, as you guys can see, it does take a lot longer every time you want to go back into the game. You know, whereas on the Switch 2, it took literally just a few seconds. So anyways, let me log back in, and as you guys can see, it has crashed, and I've tried this like 100 times. It keeps crashing no matter which PC handheld you are playing FIFA on. It crashes, and now I have to spend another 3 to 5 minutes going back into the game, you know, starting it all over again. So on the Claw 8, you know, playing FIFA on this is not portable at all. Yes, you'll get double or triple the FPS and, you know, a better image quality, but it's basically like playing on a desktop computer. You have to restart the whole thing all over again. Whereas on the Switch 2, I can very easily go back and start playing. So in fact, I have been, as a result of this, playing FIFA a lot more on the Switch 2 than in the Claw 8. Also, the Switch 2 is portable, so if I want to make it like this with the Joy-Cons detached, in fact, you can even play two-player. This can be one controller, this can be the second controller, so two players can play with this, and you know, this is so much more portable and actually pocketable. So in terms of portability, the Switch 2 is the clear winner here, but in terms of performance, the Claw 8 is the winner. Now, one thing I really wish is for Pro Evolution Soccer games to be back, because remember the days when Konami used to make those amazing Pro Evolution Soccer games? But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.